everyone, welcome to the cord cutting meditation. So first of all, I'm just going to be sharing with you the steps of what we'll be doing when you're in meditation, and then from there I'll take you into a meditation so you can tune into your body and to follow my guidance. Awesome. So what we're going to be doing is starting with grounding. So we'll be anchoring yourself, so finding a comfortable seated position. So you may want to find a yoga mat, find somewhere that no one will disturb you, or it may be a meditation cushion, so anything that feels comfortable for you. It can be outside or somewhere inside, wherever feels safe and comfortable for you. Feel free to light a candle if you wish, so whatever works for you, just setting that sacred space. And through this is where we'll ground and connect to the earth and really find that comfortable seated position to bring you present into the moment. Awesome. And then from there, to help ground, we'll be focusing on some breathing exercises, just some gentle breathing, just to bring your awareness to your body and to the present moment. And then from there, then we'll be scanning your body. So body awareness is really important. To feel your sensations, to notice what you notice, and it's good to feel that before. So you may notice if there's pain, there may be itchiness or tingling, anything at all. And then from there, that will also just help you be grounded into the present, but also giving you awareness of what your body was feeling before the meditation and after. Awesome. And then from there, after you've done your awareness exercise, then you'll be tracking the cords. So with that one intention, you've set the intention of the pain that you want to clear. So to be really clear in your intention, going in to set the intention of tracking the pain and the energy cords. So it may be one person or it may be a few people. So it'd be going down and just finding out where the cords are. There may be one cord, it may be multiple. Just trust what you feel and don't second question yourself. When you're working with meditation, it's different to the logical mind. So this is purely just about sensing and feeling and trusting what comes through. Awesome. And then from there, we'll just reset and come and ground ourselves again. And then this time, what's really cool is that now it's the time to express. So this is really important for you to know that when you express, in the past, before I accessed that I had anger in my body, when I did cord cutting, I used to be like, thank you, you're amazing and you're beautiful and I wish you well. But the truth was, I wasn't accessing my actual true emotion of how I'm feeling. And it's really important to acknowledge your emotions. So if there's been anger, so as I've accessed my anger, there's been the last year or two, I've had to learn how to really clear the anger, but in a safe way of not wanting to hurt anybody, because that's my non-negotiable. I never ever intentionally want to hurt somebody. So what I want to encourage you to do is to know that this is a time internally where you can express to the other person, but what we'll be doing is imagining that you're in this bubble. So it's kind of like you call in your higher self and their higher self. So you imagine that they're in a bubble, you're with the person in a bubble of light, and it's completely safe. So anything you express is not going to be hurting the other person. The space has been held where you feel supported, and even imagining that the other person that you're expressing to is holding space for you, and they're full body listening, and listening with their heart and compassion. So that's really powerful to have that time where you can express and release. So recently, not that recently, but probably however long ago, about a year ago, all this anger was coming up. So when I did this meditation, I was swearing my heart out in this little bubble. I was like, rah, I feel this and I feel that, and rah, rah, rah. So things we're taught what we're not allowed to do, to say F you and this and that. This is a time where I really encourage you that if you are feeling angry, or if you're feeling sad, or if you're feeling emotional, or whatever feelings coming up, know that this is the safe space where you can express and clearing out the emotions of what you're truly feeling. And you may not be feeling anger, you may be feeling complete peace and just feeling comfortable to express. But I want to give you permission to go for it and to have this time in sacred silence internally, where you're communicating to the other person's higher self, or other people, sharing how you feel, what's coming up for you, and just imagining that they're holding space and you're in a beautiful, safe space, that knowing that their higher self's listening, and then you're sharing from your higher self. And just trusting when you're expressing, you're releasing it out of your body and clearing it out, so you no longer need to carry it anymore. Awesome. Beautiful. So then from there, after you've fully expressed, it's really important to clear where you feel like it's all come out, exactly what's coming up for you. Then the magic is there's always gifts in pain. So it's called the learning. So then tuning in to, you've released and cleared, and you may want to just take a moment to settle and just feel the emotion, to just bringing in that peace and harmony now that you've cleared. And then now finding the learning and the gifts of what this other person or people have taught you. So what have they taught you about yourself? So is it boundaries, or it may be learning how to stand up for yourself, or it can be anything. So sometimes they may have something that's teaching you what maybe you might not be embracing. So for example, my brother, he was very all about him, and he couldn't reflect, and he'd always blame. And from that, because he couldn't reflect, I had the ability where I would reflect a lot. So I'm really grateful. He's taught me that I'm lucky that I can reflect and do this, but I've also learnt so much from him. I've learnt how to cut cords and to deal with, this has been part of my purpose. So he's been my actual best teacher ever, and I've no ill feelings for him whatsoever. It's just that he's been my teacher. Yes, it's been a painful journey. However, there's been so many gifts. I would not be there without his teachings. So it can be hard to see the positive, but once you've cleared, then now just trust when you're in this meditation space is to feel what is the learning. Beautiful. And then be open to receive. So ask, what is the learning? What am I learning from you? And as any messages come through, ask for a gift. It may even be from spirit, and just allow anything to come through in the learning. Awesome. And then from there, setting the intention for forgiveness. So the more that forgiveness can be a tricky one for many people, but even setting the intention to forgive that memory of what's happened, and also if you're holding resentment from that pain, I know it's hard, but the more that you forgive and let go, then you're no longer having to carry that pain. So just to trust the forgiveness is really important. But be kind to yourself. If you're not ready to forgive, that's completely okay. It's just practice, and the more we do it, you may want to keep repeating, doing the meditation just to help come to that space of forgiveness. For me personally, I really connect with the Ho'oponopono process, which is the forgiveness process, which is the mantra is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. So when I've ran workshops, some people find it hard to forgive the other person, and I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying even it may work for someone else if you feel guilt. It's really good forgiveness if you feel guilty. But what I love doing is I just imagine the energy that's ill feeling, and I just put energy and focusing on forgiveness to that energy memory, not necessarily to the other person if that doesn't resonate, or even to yourself. But when you repeat, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you, that's helping heal that memory of that unsettling feeling, and that will just help clear that painful memory as well. If you don't resonate, no worries at all, but I'm just sharing with you what resonates with me. Even setting the intention for forgiveness and acceptance is very powerful. Awesome. And then from there, we'll go down and cut the cord. So from there, you you've said that the forgiveness, so there's that not that ill feeling anymore, even if it is, but the more you practice, you'll still feel that gets easier. Then go back and scan your energy cords. And then when you see the cord or the cords, then you can pull out your machete or your knife, invisible, whatever you want to bring. Could be crystals that you have. And then grabbing your powerful weapon, and in your mind's eye, so you have the choice to either using your mind's eye and just imagining yourself cutting the cord, or if there's a knife in your back, you can pull it out or imagine pulling it out, or you have the option to even like cut the cord with your hands and slice it that way, or just imagining yourself doing it. Beautiful. And then once you've cut the cord, imagining the cord or the person being releasing out of your aura. So it might be person or people, or it may be cords you've cut, so just whatever it is, just cutting it or slicing it, and imagining them floating off far away to the space, even to the point where they're completely gone, you can't even see them anymore. And seeing them floating far away from your auric field. Beautiful. And then from there, you can either do that, or if it's someone like my daughter, if it's just a little, which I love her and I never want to cut her cords, but there was a recent energy that I was picking up on, and I would feel her pain and she would feel my pain. So I just wanted to clear that cord, and I just pulled that cord out or cut that cord, and then I just didn't see her floating off into space. I just imagined the energy of the cord moving away and clearing that energy, and then leaving her close to me. So know that if there's family that you know that there's no negative cords that you want to clear, like you don't need to see them floating in space, but if this person you know 100% you're done, you need to clear, then that's when you can just really clear that they're clearing for good. Awesome. So just trust what comes through. Beautiful. And then after that, so then you come back into your center, and then clearing and sealing your aura. So imagining beautiful healing lights surrounding your whole body. And if you're noticing there's little cords, you can even plug them out and just seeing any cords leave. But as you're sealing the aura, you're just bringing in pure, divine, unconditional love around you, like a bubble of light surrounding you. And even if you're noticing that there's some holes in your body, like if you feel like there's a cord that needs some repair work, you may want to imagine stitching it up, or asking your guides to help stitch. So that stops any energy attacks happening once you've sealed your aura. And then just imagining all this pure, divine, unconditional love surrounding every cell and molecule in your body. Beautiful. And then once you've done that, sorry, it's like I'm getting into a meditation right now, but we're not right there yet. It just feels so nice. Even if you did it with me, it feels so nice bringing in the good energy. Then we come back to scanning our body again, just awareness, noticing your sensations with no judgment, not needing to change a thing, just scanning your body head to toe. And then you're coming back to your breath, returning back to home, to your breath. And then you'll wiggle your toes, and then all good to go again. Beautiful.